Violence equal to. Hello, people. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. Hopefully, this one will pan out. I'm doing a replacement for Rushlights. Get my Santa hat because I want to do that. Wear this while I'm watching this movie for the first time. By the way, this is the 2006 massive Warner Brothers hit, directed by Zack Snyder. Yeah, this is what he did before the DCEU, which is dead now. But at least this is something that can stand alone. 300. Yes, I'm finally going to watch this. I'm going to do this as a first-time viewing, so I haven't done this in a while. So what I see is a first-time viewing. I've never seen this movie before, just clips. I've seen the prequel sequel thing, 300 Rise of an Empire, but that wasn't as good. This is 116 minutes, so almost 2 hours. So let's get to it. Starts right away with the logos. Legendary Pictures, yeah. Well, at least Warner Brothers had a better year than Disney, because Oppenheimer and Barbie saved them. Virtual Studios. I've been waiting years to see this. I want to see this before I see Furiosa and Ballerina and all these other things. 300. And I know this cast is foreign, but who cares? It's Gerard Butler screaming a lot, so I can get used to that. There's a baby. This movie looks visually stunning. There's a lot of slow-mo in the movie. It's a Zack Snyder movie. That music has been done to death. That music that they put in everything. A nice metal shield. This is really well shot. I'll say 300 years. There it is. The slow-mo blood. Oh, lashes. This movie doesn't hold back, huh? That's a great shot. And at least this movie doesn't have Emily Blunt, so I'm safe. Because Looper, I did that last year, and you know what she did to that movie. Her and that little boy of hers. Mm. An animal. A wolf? Yeah, I know. Yeah, that wolf. A little dated CG, but it was 2006. But I've seen worse effects. Bare feet. Look at the snow. Oh, yeah. A full moon. Wow. Wow, that was an awesome shot. There's the helmet. Just like Christian Bale. It's not Christian Bale, though. He was doing the Dark Knight, so. Leonidas. How, yeah. This is a very manly movie. If anybody said that this movie is homoerotic, I'm like, it's a bunch of shirtless guys fighting and yelling. That's exactly what we do. This is a cool opening. This is why this movie made more than The Woman King, because it doesn't pander. It's Zack Snyder wanted to make an epic, with a bunch of muscly guys, and that's exactly what he got. And I know the ending already, so you don't have to spoil it for me. But I want to see it for myself. It's time. And again, another awesome shot. Slow mo horses. That is a really awesome shot. I will say this about Snyder: his movies always look amazing. Even Sucker Punch, as much as I hated that movie, it had some decent visuals. That's not the problem with the film. It was the writing that was a big problem. Here, it looks stunning, and it's for adults. It's not a kids movie. Like Sucker Punch is a PG-13, so it's a kids movie compared to this. And the cast kind of sucked in that. Here, it's a bunch of foreigners, but they are built for the film. They look good on camera, except for Lena Headey. I'm not a fan, so you know that because she only got Game of Thrones because of this. Let's face it. They said, "Oh, this is a lady from 300. Put her in Game of Thrones for several seasons." There she is. One of the most boring actresses I've ever seen. Her most exciting role was in The Jungle Book in 1994 because I didn't know who she was, and she had nice hair. Now, everything she's so serious. There he is. Look at my beard. Yeah, Gerard Butler is a treasure, man. No matter what bad movies he makes now, he'll always have this. And Olympus Has Fallen, and there's a lot of other films I like him in. What? She's whispering. This is a manly action movie, well, action epic, historical epic. Inaccurate because this is a movie, guys. It's not a documentary. These costumes are amazing, even for 2006. I was in college when this came out, and every guy was like, "Yeah, 300, manly." I get it. I get it. I get it. That black guy, was he in Harry Potter? I don't know. There's people of color in this movie. It's not. Yeah, he's so good, man. Wait, what? Why are you whispering? Lady, this is not Oppenheimer. I want to hear your dialogue. It's like, I'm like, really? Zack Snyder, this is why she never worked with him again, because she's whispering her dialogue. Even the girls in Batman v Superman, I can hear what they were saying. She's like, uh, I give birth. I'm like, wow. And some people like this actress. I hope in Game of Thrones I can hear her in a clip if I ever see that. Because I'm like, yeah, you don't have to whisper, guys. They either whisper or they're screaming, like the guy in the Guardians 3. And these are real sets. It's not just CG. That's Dominic West, isn't he? Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Uh, yeah, that's him. Yeah, David Wenham. I don't even know who that is. And people know those three words. This is Sparta. Yeah, I remember that in the trailer. It was in every trailer and TV spot back in the 2000s. Wow. I hope Dune is like this. Dune Part Two. Hey John, this is an epic film. Yeah, I heard really good things about it, except for Lena Headey. Like, I can't even hear her dialogue, and this is on the highest volume. But she's like, "We're giving birth," and I'm like, "Wake up! Are you asleep or something?" This is before Game of Thrones, by the way, so she wasn't that busy back then. You're still boring, even in slow mo. Like, just you do nothing for me. Yep, there's the pit. You know what's gonna happen. Yep, yep, yep. No, here's the scene. 13 minutes into the movie, we get the most iconic scene. Well, one of the most iconic scenes. He looks and then he turns to him. Yep. And he kicks him right into the hole. Now, this movie, if you did this now, people would get canceled. This is Sparta. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, thank you for that scene, Zack Snyder. That's awesome. Yep. Again, it was in every TV spot and in the trailers back in 2006. You do this now, you'll get canceled. Kicking a black guy into a hole, a Persian. Yeah, you would, because you know how people are so overly sensitive now. They can't know that this is a film, not a documentary. Again, this is shot like a comic. Love that line. It's an iconic line for a reason. I wanted to see this in theaters back in the 2000s, but I was in college, so I was too busy. Good makeup effects. I missed this Zack Snyder. Hopefully, Rebel Moon will be okay. It won't be on my list because I already did my list of the best movies of 2023, but it could be decent until I wait for Dune next year. So it comes out at the end of December on Netflix and limited release in theaters. It's got Sofia Boutella, so I know she's good. Yeah. Look at that shot. Again, another really good shot from the top view. Again, see, this is how you do it, J.J. Abrams. You make a visually stunning movie. Nobody wants to see an ugly movie. Like, you wish that Rise of Skywalker was like this, shorter and better looking, and also, better actors. You didn't have Gerard Butler in Force Awakens or in the Rise of Skywalker. It's shorter than Lord of the Rings, yeah, by an hour. The first Lord of the Rings movie. That's how you act, man. In a movie like this, you got to be big. It's like in the third movie in Return of the King when whatchamacallit, when Aragorn is out in the field and he's doing that speech. This day we fight and all that. It's great. People were clapping. It was a speech and people were clapping. That's how you make an epic. Not overact, just project in a big Shakespearean way, like the Thor movie or the Avengers. The scenes with Thor and Loki, that works because you feel the acting. It's not screaming, it's manliness. I hope he goes to Comic-Con next year. Yeah. Gerard Butler. I would love to see him there. Karen Karen went this year. I didn't see her because she was on the other side, but there's always next year. Again, this movie is superbly shot, man. Every shot in this movie, well, except for Lena Headey's face, is really, really artistic. Hmm. See, these guys have Jedi of Sith robes. Again, this movie could have easily been mistaken for Star Wars if they didn't have swords and hello, beautiful red hair. Again, wow. Emma Stone? Yeah, it looks like Emma Stone. Have I mentioned that the female body is a work of art? Yeah. No, that wasn't Emma Stone. She was doing super bad at the time. Beautiful redhead. That is such a gorgeous shot. Why didn't Snyder do Star Wars? He would have done better than J.J. Abrams. Just get a good writer, and there you go. Instead, they took the writers for Batman v Superman and Justice League, the theatrical cut, and they threw it into a bad Star Wars movie, the worst of the entire series that I've heard. Again, superb makeup as well. Yep, the need of men. You know what that means. It does look like Emma Stone when she had red hair. Now she has blonde. He's got like pimples on his face. Maybe if Shazam 2 costs less than as much as this, it would have made money instead of costing $200 million or 150 or whatever, and it bombed. It's sad, man, because this movie costs around the same budget or less, and it looks great. Oh, his eyes glow. I don't know why this guy is in the buff like Beowulf, but hey, what do I know? That I could have lived without seeing, but it is, a film for an older audience. Let me pop a feel. She whispers, she whispers half her dialogue. I don't want her screaming, but how old is Gerard Butler now? He's 54 now. Wow. So when he did this movie, let's see, so 79, 89, 1999, he was in his 30s, like I am now. Uh, he was like 35 or 34 around that time. Yeah. Because by 2009, he was like 40. You're just really boring, Lena. You're just like Kate Beckinsale. Like you try to make her a thing in Underworld, and I'm like, she bored me to death in the first movie. She narrates the whole movie with no soul, like she's dead inside. It's just, bleh. Just no, thank you. That's why I'm not into British chicks. They're boring to me. They have the same accent. They just bore me to death. She's not as bad as the hobo. Let's face it. She's the queen of the worst actors I've ever seen. But Hetty's not great. I just think she's there. Here we go. Do the deed. See, this is why I can't show footage because YouTube will nuke my channel if they see this. Sorry, Milos, but yeah, there's certain things on YouTube you can't show, even in a live stream. And this is one of them. That's why I can't do Eternals because there's a scene like this. They don't show much, but there's a scene like that. Okay, back to manly men just going into battle. Ah, they stole this scene in the Justice League movie, even in the Snyder cut. Yeah, a guy in a field. Is that Michael Fassbender? Why is he in this movie? I forgot he was in this. Yeah, looks so weird with long hair. It looks like Thor. That's strange. Snyder never used him again. See, this movie's not 3 hours. Marcus Scorsese or um, Christopher Nolan. You don't need to make a movie that long. I mean, yes, Snyder was guilty of this too when he did the Snyder cut of the Justice League, but it was too long. It was way too long. This is visually stunning and it's short. Under 2 hours is a blessing now compared to what we went through this year. Every superhero movie, except for Quantumania, was over 2 hours, and it didn't need to be that long. Shazam, Spider Verse, yeah, that was a big culprit. Guardians 3, Blue Beetle, all over 2 hours, and you don't need that. Sometimes you can trim a little bit, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Yes, that is a really good shot, man. It's not just a bunch of guys standing near a green screen. They actually filmed on location in most of it. The CGI blood, I know it's CGI blood, but again, it was '06. At least Idris Elba's not in this. That is just visually stunning, man. Mwah. That's why people go to the theater. They want to see something beautiful on screen, not a CGI cartoon. And I'm not talking about that, or even Spider Verse. I'm saying like there's real people, and then there's a bunch of CG that looks fake. We don't want to see that. We want to see CG that looks like, wow, I didn't know it was CG, or wow, that looks gorgeous. I admit Avatar, the CG is not what bothers me. It's just that they use it as a gimmick to get people to go see it. Because all they have is effects. That's it. There's no people on screen. It's just a CGI cartoon. I saw Gladiator, but that movie's too long. It's like 2.5 hours. It's way too long. And I'm not interested in the sequel. Don't ask, because it didn't need a sequel. Gladiator should be a standalone. So should this. I don't think a sequel was necessary. It was too late, little too late. The sequel was in 2014, and it was way too late. People have gotten over the 300. Yeah, Avatar's is too long. Like it's this movie, but you add 40 minutes of padding, where I'm going to get your legs back and the army, and too much talking about trees. Narration. No, no. Spartan men are hard as a rock. I get why this has a huge following. I get it, guys. As a manly man that's heterosexual, I get it. Hmm. I get why this is one of the top rated Zack Snyder movies, like this, Watchmen, and the Dawn of the Dead remake, and the Snyder cut. I get it. The guy's a very good visual storyteller most of the time. Sometimes he fails. Like when he wrote Sucker Punch, there was no excuse for that. You kill three of your female characters, and the one that escapes is the Australian chick. Yeah, that was an insult to me, because I thought, oh, a Zack Snyder movie, it should be fun. And The Hunger Games a year later was much better, and that was PG-13 as well. But I get it. This is awesome. I'm glad I'm seeing this now. Yes, sir. Again, that looks like it's straight out of a comic. That background. He looks like was it Joe Pantoliano in the Matrix? Xerxes. Xerxes is played by a Brazilian actor, Rodrigo Santoro, something like that. He was in Rio and Rio 2. He's a potter. Yes, I love epics like this when they're not boring. Like when you have this gorgeous looking background and really serious acting, but they're taking it they taking it seriously, but it's not overly dramatic. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I love that. That's so good. It's so manly. That's why I want to see Dune, because you have Timothée Chalamet, and you have a bunch of these guys that are actually good actors going in there, except for Austin Butler. He's going to suck in the movie, but hey, I could be surprised. You know, no. Here's an upshot. I'm glad this movie wasn't spoiled for me back when I was in college. I wanted to see it for myself. Wow. Again, another good looking shot. Yep. Now things are about to get real. I mean, this Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, there's a reason they have a big following. I get it. Even Fantastic Beasts, even though the sequels were thrashed by critics, but I get the appeal. The fantasy genre is really strong. I mean, what do you think Star Wars is? Sci fantasy or sci science fiction, if you ask me. Here we go. Whoa, what is that? Uh, is that a woman? Let me see. Oh no, it's a little boy, girl. I don't know. Let me see. Because nowadays you can't tell because nowadays everything is so politically correct. So yeah, see Zack Snyder, I don't hate the guy. He can make good movies. It's just you have to give him a good script and a film that doesn't look like a cartoon. Musical action, fantasy, and romance. That's nice. That poor kid. It's just off-putting to see Michael Fassbender in a movie like this. He was an unknown at the time because he had X-Men First Class was a few years after this, and I just didn't like him as Magneto. Too dramatic. Yeah, I preferred Ian McKellen, even though he's gay. I just prefer his Magneto. He was more intimidating. Yeah, sorry, I just got up a few hours ago. We're 30 minutes in, so whoa. They put a bunch of dead bodies on a tree like that. Wow. Because Watchmen would have been a huge hit if it came out today. Back in 2009, people they didn't get why a comic book movie was R. Well, there's a lot of them. See, some are clean shaven and some have facial hair. Hold on, this movie holds up even after 16 years. It does. And as a heterosexual dude, yeah, it's very manly. It's not gay. That's what they did in Meet the Spartans. Oh, look, let's make gay jokes about the Spartans because that's funny. No, it's not. Muscle bound dudes are not all gay. I watched professional wrestling since I was a kid, so I get when it's manly and when it's not. And I'd rather have this than this. Flapping your wings is all I'm saying. Okay, look, a hunchback is like Gollum. It's amazing. Look at this shot with that pirate ship. Yep, rain. Zack Snyder likes rain or snow. Ah, Take this, Pirates of the Caribbean 3, which is the most boring movie in the franchise. Yeah, that movie bored me to death. It was 2.5 hours. I was like, oh my God, Disney, are you trying to kill me? Well, that's an understatement. Look what they did this year. That's right. Show them you're not afraid. Where is Sparta? Is that in Greece? Sparta. Sparta is it was in ancient Greece, yeah, in 900 BC. So it's a real place. My worries. She's so bad. She's probably the only actor here that's like. I'm not a Dominic West fan either, but he doesn't have a lot of dialogue. He's not the lead here. Gerard Butler is, and he deserves it. This would have been a 5-star movie if it wasn't for her and her whispering her dialogue. Everybody else has a manly voice, and she's like. It's funny because in Dread, I could hear her dialogue. Not that she was great in Dread. I mean, she gets the best death in the movie, getting thrown out of a window. He makes her smoke the pipe, and he throws her right out the window. Yeah, again, do that in a movie now, and they'll say, "Oh, this is sexist." No, that character was a villain with a scarred face. She's not feminine at all. She takes a hit of slow mo, and right out the window you go, like the ending of RoboCop. They're the wolves again. Sunrise. Oh, look at those effects. Hey, Milos, did you see this movie? It was very popular where you live. Yeah, because Greece is not far from Serbia. I don't know. He does that a lot. When he was moving the satellite in first class, he looks like he looked constipated. He's like, I mean, what kind of a face was that? That was weird. That was one of the strangest faces I've seen in any Marvel movie, Sony, Fox, or Disney. It's weird. Maybe if the Dark World was like this, it would have been better received. Less comedy, guys. Just saying. You can throw in a joke or two, but every 2 minutes, no, it gets numbing after a while. I mean, the first Thor wasn't just jokes all. Yeah, here we go. Did I mention that I miss movies that look like a film and not a cutscene from a video game? Yeah, I did see this movie. Yeah, I bet because it was very popular. Like this is the most manliest movie that came out in 2006. Was it 2006? 2006, yeah. Yeah, it came out in March of 2007, but in 2007, my bad, but in other countries I think it came out in '06. There was an unfinished cut that came out in December of 2006, but the completed version came out in '07. But 2006, 2007, I was still in college at that time. They're wearing diapers. I hope they don't that I hope Austin Butler doesn't wear that in Doom Part 2 because I will just laugh. Well, there's the 3D shot. Slow-mo shot. There it is. They pulled it. This was made into a 2023 game. This would look like a video game. Yeah. When I finish law college, I will probably be 25, 26. Wow, you're younger than me? I thought you were older than me, Milos. Again, more really, really good makeup effects. Prejudice. This is why I like doing Clash of the Titans, the original, because it's a manly movie for a movie back in the 80s. And it was like this. It's the same running time. I already told you before that I'm 18 years. Oh, you're younger than me. I thought you were like 30. Your name sounds more mature. That's sharp. This is way better than when Gerard Butler did Gods of Egypt, and that he's overacting for no reason. It's bad directing and bad writing. This is how you do it the right way. This and Olympus Has Fallen. No, I don't know. It just Milos, your name sounds more mature, like for a guy that's 30 than 18. I don't know. Just that's all I'm saying. That's like finding out heterosexual guys like 12. It'd be weird. I'd be like, well, nobody 12 should be watching my podcast. But it's fine. You're legal. Even in this country, 18 is age of consent in most states. So it's fine. No, not the shield. Don't drop it. Uh-oh. Here we go. Time to fight. Oh, my feet. Yep, this is the scene. The other scene that's like, it's where we. This is where we fight. It's where we fight. I love that. That's so good. Yes, sir. I turned 18 on January 5th. Also, your birthday. Your wait. Your birthday's the same as mine, Milos. Wow. Well, it's earlier because you live in another country, so your birthday's before me. Okay, so we'll celebrate the same birthday. Cool. I'm doing a podcast that day, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yes, sir. Yep, right in the heart. Yes, sir. Ah, more slow mo. That's right. Kill. Here we go. That's right. Stab. See, this is called action, Christopher Nolan. Put it more in your movies instead of having a lot of talking in audio that we can't even hear. This movie, I can hear every bit of dialogue from the guys. It's Lena Headey who's whispering in the movie. That's why she does nothing in this film. She just talks, shows her body, and that's it. Wow, what a character. I don't even know her name. That's right, Spartans, give it to them. Yeah, love it. This battle scene is incredible. Yes, sir. There's a slow mo shot. Mm-hmm. Yep. It sucks that it can write comments out every 40 seconds. Well, I had to lower it. I have to slow it down, Milos, because this is a long movie. Well, kind of long, and I didn't want a comment every 2 seconds because it's hard to read and enjoy this. This is my first time watching this, so forgive me. I'll try to make my New Year's podcast a little slower. Wow, cut his leg right off. See, I miss action scenes like this where you can see what's going on. They're not shaking the camera. There's some CG, but it's not overly CG. The CGI video game fight at the end, it's old, guys. I don't need to see that in Aquaman 2. That's the last superhero movie of this year. And next year, less is more, is all I'm saying. Yeah, there's no SJWs in this movie. This is a manly movie, very manly. Directed by a man, written by a man, and it has 90% dudes in it. So suck on that, Barbie 2023. You had your female movie. This is a manly movie where there's nothing gay about it. It's testosterone driven and yelling. This is fun. No. Oh, I regret watching Halloween from 2007. It's disturbing. Yeah, it's white trash the movie. That's what it was, Milos. Uh-oh. Arrows. Duck. Yep. Slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. It's raining. It looks like Dr. Fate's helmet from the Black Adam movie. And while the Black Adam movie looked like this movie, it's very CGI driven. You know, that was awesome. There's Yes, I know there's a rape scene, but it was only in the unrated cut, Milos, not the theatrical cut. It was not because those scenes like that are hard to stomach. This is a long battle scene too. It never gets boring because every shot in this movie is just wow. No horsey, no. Don't worry, no animals were harmed in this movie. It was a special effect. Yep. Hmm. Spear, a blacksmith. Yeah, to see this looks like the Black Adam movie in the beginning, except that scene was short, and it wasn't with Spartans. It was with Middle Eastern people. So if they say Snyder's the worst director ever, yeah, he did this, and it's one of his best, definitely. It's the most visually stunning I've seen since Watchmen. So every director has a bad day or a movie that they want to forget about. Someone just deleted my comment. Oh yeah, because you can't say that word, Milos. That's why the R word is not allowed here. The chat is being monitored. Remember that. Hmm. No, you said that there's a scene in Halloween that should not. You can't say that. Sorry. In most videos you can't because they're monitoring it. You know why the Little Mermaid didn't do as well as this? Because it's too CGI heavy and it looks ugly. Plus, it's too dark. You're underwater and you can't see anything. It's like darker than my room right now. But again, that's because I don't have light. But I will have light next year. That light is going to be filled, will be beaming in 2024. Yeah, eat that apple. We're almost an hour in. Because the last time I saw Fassbender was in that terrible, what was it? Assassin's Creed. That's how you do this movie wrong with slow mo shots that are not don't mean anything and it's confusing and boring. I could take this hat off for now. I'm getting I'm getting a headache, so I got to wear it later anyway. So Hmm. Did you give up on Star Wars? I'm not going to see any more of the shows until they do it right. There he is, Cersei's. He's got all those things on his face. Looks like Dawson from Street Fighter too. That must have taken a long time to put on him. All that gold on his legs and his face. That's not his voice. They changed his voice. That's not Rodrigo Santoro's voice. They changed his voice. Like he sounds like Darth Vader. Sounds like Darth Vader. Don't touch him. This editing is fantastic because it's not. Mm-hmm. We're an hour in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If it's human, we can kill it. Yeah, right. You ever heard of a predator? If it bleeds, you could kill it. Man, that's a lot of dead bodies. Mm-hmm. We're almost done. We got about 50 some minutes left. At least it's not 3 hours. More slow mo. Masks. That This is Sparta meme is so old now. Well, it's not an old. The scene is still amazing. It's not a meme. They use it as a meme, but back in '06 or '07, it was one of the most manliest lines in any R-rated movie that year. Yes, it's a very iconic scene and has been overplayed. If films nowadays cost 60 million like this, then they would have had effect that looked more practical. Exactly, more real people. Yep, crowd surfing. Yep, drop kick, baby. This actually looks like a film. It doesn't look like a video game cutscene or a demo reel for like a 4K TV. This movie must look amazing on 4K. This is just a DVD, and it looks great. Mm-hmm. Look at that creature. Choke slam. Some of the Spartans do die. That's right. Got your mask off. Again, this makeup is fantastic. I bet James Gunn would watch this movie and said, "I got to have makeup effects like that in Guardians of the Galaxy." Spear, man. Yep, duck. Here comes the slow mo. And this guy's out for blood. These battle sequences are fantastic. Wow, that did nothing. Wow, that was close. Close shave. No, not my helmet. Yeah. Get him, Leonidas, get him. Right in the eye. Man, this guy's invincible or what? Yeah, come on. That's right. Decapitation. That had to get him. If he lives from that, then he's yep, spear. Battle sequences in Game of Thrones are not this long. Because an episode of Game of Thrones, what, like an hour? Not 2 hours or close to it. Dramatic stare. Mm-hmm. How much battery power do I have? I'm gonna finish this. Don't worry. 52%. I wanted to use an emote. Oh, oh, oh. Here we go. Walking into battle again. Yep, right in the chest. A CGI rhino. Yep, this movie did it before Black Panther. That's right, Rhino. Get him. Rhino is a great wrestler. Yeah. Close. There we go. And it, ouch, right? Man, they're throwing bombs at them. Careful. This choreography is great too, I must say. Yep. They have bombs, literal bombs, like bombs. Ah. Thanks, Spidey. Does that guy have like saws for arms? Very creative movie, man. Yep, another decapitation. An elephant, like Lord of the Rings. That's awesome. Don't worry, none of them were harmed. They were CGI. So these elephants are not real. So people, the PETA don't get mad at this movie. Yep, yep. Got your arm, baby. This is how violent I want Deadpool 3 to be, like this. Don't hold back. Disney's not holding you on the leash, Deadpool. I get the praise for this movie. I get why it was so highly regarded in the 2000s. Because compared to movies from nowadays where everything looks like a CGI cartoon, this looks like an actual film that I can get invested in and rewatch. It's going to have rewatchability for me later on in 2024. If I want to see something uh-oh, watch your back. Behind you. Yep, just stay there. And he got decapitated too. Never turn your back. That's right. He should have been out there. He should have regrouped. Yeah, that was my reaction too. What is that? Is that a goat? Man. Mm, women. Other women. There are some strange imagery in this, images in this movie. It's like Rosario Dawson if she had a sister. Hmm. Afros are nice. Hmm. If they do a God of War movie like this, it would be amazing. But you have to get a good director. You can't get a schlocky director. His voice is cool, but that's not Rodrigo's voice. He sounds like this. It's like Darth Vader's voice. Hmm. The boring scenes are with her usually because they don't have action or beautiful visuals as much. Yeah, like a an ibuprofen for my headache. If Gerard Brothers shows up at Comic Con next year, then I would love for him to sign my DVD of 300. Yeah, or Olympus Has Fallen, because I think that's one of his more underrated films that came out after this. We haven't seen Karen Gillian in a movie like this. We've seen her in sci-fi a lot, but not a fantasy film with a ton of blood, and because Doctor Who barely has any violence in it, not like this. Because it started kind of family friendly when it came out in the 60s or whatever, 50s or 60s. Doctor Who. I know your kind too well, also. Huh. Look what it says: a spectacular visual feast that is invented a groundbreaking and as the first Matrix. I do agree with that, and it did have some terrible sequels. I had one like weak sequel. Wait, don't pause. I'm not done yet. Oh, okay. Hmm. You own the chamber. Jeesh. Oh, please do it. You will be doing me a favor. The movie would stop. Sarah Paxton, this will be a mercy killing in the movie if that was for The Purge and for being boring in Terminator. So, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Yes. Yep, he should have choked her and broke her neck, like in Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. Except here, it's deserved. So that's something we will not see in Superman Legacy. We're not going to see him break somebody's neck. That's not cool. Because that once Cavill did that, he sealed his fate in the DCU, and he never recovered. He never recovered from that. Yes, Josh. Monica Bellucci did a scene like this in Irreversible. I haven't seen it because it's so messed up. Yeah, it's a foreign movie, but it's just it's got a scene there that should not be in the film because it's not. It's not consensual. Let's just say this at least. Yeah, there's a scene like that, but it's short and you don't see anything. So the poor Spartans, man, they got beat up. This movie's really good. I'm glad that I didn't buy it, but I found it, and I'm glad I did. Are you gonna meet Draw Brother? Yeah, if he goes to Comic-Con next year, or any convention really that I can go to, I want to see him. I don't care if his line is 3 hours. Don't skip. Come on, I want to finish this movie. I gotta get this up. I gotta get this on Blu-ray. Since the 300 was skipping, in what year did you get this movie? No, I found this movie 2 months ago. It's all right. I can always get it on Blu-ray, and I can stream it. So, because like I said, it's a great movie, but I don't know why it's skipping. It could be the DVD player because it's old. I've had this DVD player for 7 years, and it's not scratched. So, no surrender. Yep. Mm-hmm. Because no matter how the disc is, they don't sign the disc. They sign the cover. Yes, sir. Care. I'm gonna finish this. I want to finish this movie. We're an hour and 25 minutes in. Oh! I love that. That's great. That's one of the best chants in the movie. See, Barbie ain't got no chant like that. Oh, it doesn't have any of that. Hmm. I didn't buy this in 2007. This is the first time I'm seeing this, so I'm gonna finish this. I have to. It's my job. Because with Rushlights, it was skipping in the first 2 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, I couldn't even finish it. But I'll do it eventually. They have it on streaming. That's where I'm gonna have to see it. We're almost done. We're near the third act, and then I'm gonna finish the movie. I got this far. I'm gonna finish this. I'm not doing a podcast tomorrow, so I'll take a break because I have to do the close. I'm glad I did the Star Wars prequels already in the original films. Again, another great shot. This is why I usually get movies on Blu-ray because they don't skip, especially if I get them brand new. I'm getting a new Blu-ray player for Christmas, a 4K player, so the movies won't they'll be able to read the discs again. So intense. 44%. Yeah, he took his rat tail off. Even when they're just walking, it's very epic. Here's the narration again. Yeah, here we go. I in hell. Yeah, I know. I remember that line too. In Gladiators tonight, I unleash hell. She doesn't act like a queen. She just talks. That's it. Queen Amidala did more than her in the prequels. You saw that. Yeah, Dominic West's smile. Yeah, him and Michael Fassbender, I think, could have been cut from the movie. It wouldn't make much of a difference to me. Lena's only here because she's the only main female in the movie. Everybody else is just a background female. Oh yeah, I could barely hear her in dialogue in the. No, you think? Mm-hmm. Endgame, it won't skip because I want to see it on Disney Plus. Just that way, it won't skip. I won't have any problems with it because the Blu-ray might not work on my old Blu-ray player. So If I can stream it on Disney Plus, I'll do that. I will see. I will do that on Christmas Eve. It's like Eva Green in the prequel sequel thing. She's just there. That movie hit. No, there was too much digital blood in that one, and it was too late. They should have done a sequel like 2 years later, not 7. Sorry, it was too little, too late. I don't want to watch her. He looks like a British Hugh Jackman. You notice that? Dominic West, he looks like a British Hugh Jackman, and he's just not as cool as Hugh Jackman. That's why the last Marvel movie he did was Punisher Warzone. Do I need to say anything else? No. No thanks. Yeah, same to you. I don't care about these two characters. They could have been. Yeah. Yep, you deserve that, Dominic West. You talk too much. That's that's the that's the only good thing that she's done in the entire movie. She kills Dominic West, who I don't care about. That coin looks cool. She cut him, and all those coins wasted. Traitor! Again, this movie did it better. Force Awakens. You had to scream that traitor. I'm like, yeah. Again, why are you screaming, Kylo Ren? Why are you screaming? It's not going to make it more dramatic. He calls Finn a traitor, even though Finn didn't want to do that. You know, he was a stormtrooper that turned good because of all this bloodshed. What did you expect? Here we go. The third act battle. Yes, sir. None of these actors are Greek. Most of them are British or Scottish or Irish or Brazilian or something like that. Not one of them is Greek. I'll get this on Blu-ray, so because I could always get it on Blu-ray. Yeah, because I saw the Slamming Salmon and it didn't skip once. So I'm just glad I'm going to finish this, no matter what. Come on, move it. Yeah, I have to get rid of the disc. It's scratched probably because I put Slamming Salmon and it didn't skip. So I want to finish this though. I don't care. There's the wolf flashback in the beginning, and thank God this movie doesn't have a lot of flashbacks like other Zack Snyder movies. It's a good thing Star Trek 2009. It came with the Blu-ray, the bonus feature disc, and the DVD, which I kept. So sweat. Look at the slow sweat. I'll just hear the commentary on the Blu-ray when I get that, because I won't be able to hear with the movie skipping. And it's an easy movie to find on Blu-ray. It's not like impossible to find. I'm glad I'm doing this commentary now. Took his helmet off. That those metal those nose rings must be really uncomfortable. Yeah, I'll say. Don't worry, when I rewatch Die Hard, it won't skip because it's brand new. So all the movies are. It's like I'll do it when I'm ready. He's on his knees. It's like Randy Orton. The music is good in the movie. Most of it is good. It's just they overuse this kind of music in later films like Avatar, Mission Impossible 2, The Hulk, 2003. Even in the Snyder Cut, they try to put music like this, and I'm like, it doesn't fit in a superhero movie. Yep, speared right in the heart. Here it goes. Too far away, right? Look at the shadow. Because the laptop's working fine. It's just right in the face. It got his cheek. Well, it hit something. It missed his heart, but it got his face. That must have hurt. This is why I like getting movies brand new, not used, because then you don't know if it's going to work or not. It did work most of the film, but then it started skipping. But I'm going to finish this, guys. For you guys, I'll do it. See ya, bearded dude. Yep, he could be with his son now. Even in death, he's still gonna leave an impact. That's an iconic shot, man. His bright white teeth. Mm-hmm. It's emotional ending. Yeah, the ending is kind of downbeat, but I knew what was going to happen. It's emotional, man. That is an awesome shot. Arms up slowly, and they get speared. Look at all those arrows. This movie didn't have all the characters dying like Rogue One. No, it's not Rogue One. There's some characters that stay alive, but we knew that Leonidas was going to die. It's a war movie, guys. But that movie just bummed me out, and it didn't need to be. Even the robot has to die. No. Mm-hmm. See, this guy's still alive. The blonde guy with the beard, he still lives. Because it's like Gladiator. That movie also has a downbeat ending. There's his hair. Again, just finish the movie. I'm gonna finish this. I don't care how much it skips. I'm gonna finish this. Bring it on. We're now in 45 minutes in. This is an epic in every sense of the word, man. It is. With what I saw. Now the movie can end, right? Because it's not 2 hours long. It's not a down. It's a downbeat ending, but not like Rogue One. That everybody dies here. There's one character here that stays alive. Him and Lena Headey's character. And the I will. I will remember this movie. This made up for even though they're skipping like Rushlights. At least I got to finish it. Rushlights, I'll just do it on Tubi. They have it on Tubi, and it's free. So that's the bad thing about DVDs. Once they're scratched, they're never the same. Mm-hmm. He died with honor, Leonidas. Yep, they did. Oh, I love that. That's so great. I would love to see this in the theater. It's a great shot. Oh, oh, oh! I love that. That's great. It's like Wakanda, Ibambe. Remember in Infinity War? Yes, sir. Victor. Yep. And that was 300, guys. Wow, that was amazing. Oh, I give you an ow, Zack Snyder. You did a great job with this. See, 3 writers. Too bad the DVD was scratched, but hey, at least I got to see the movie. I was very happy about that. Let me see. I think the disc is scratched. Uh, it doesn't look like there's scratches on it. It could be the DVD player. Wait, I still want to get it on Blu-ray though. It could be the DVD player because it's old. But anyway, that was 300, man. Awesome freaking movie. I'm glad I got to finally see it with you guys. Thanks for watching it with me for the first time. This is my first time. So acknowledge me and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Oh, yeah.